All of the tones you just heard were courtesy of the new Tone King Imperial Mark II plugin from Neural DSP, who are the sponsor of today's video. You can download my presets and a trial of the plugin for free via the links in the description box. Yesterday, I put together this backing track that I was planning on using for a completely different video idea, but when I started improvising over it, I ended up discovering this cool lick that uses tapping, bending, and slides to take a fairly basic melody and transform it into something much more interesting to listen to and more fun to play. It's the very first thing that I play in that solo, so let's listen to it again. By the way, if you have an active subscription plan at bulletproofguitarplayer.com, you can go ahead and download the tab for that solo and access the backing track and some bonus lick lessons based on this YouTube video instantly. If you're not a member of my site, but you like my YouTube lessons and you want to go further, I add new bonus content to the website every month for paying members. The link to sign up is in the description box beneath the video. And just to give you an example, here's one of the 3 licks from the bonus lessons for this video. So the phrase I heard in my head before I played it that way with the tapping, the bending, and slides was this. We're in E major, by the way. The first 3 notes I just played as normal fretted notes on the D and B strings. And the notes on the B string are D sharp and E, the major 7th and root note E. In the melody, those 2 notes are then repeated in the opposite direction, so I play the major 7th followed by the root note. But rather than playing those same 2 notes in the same position, I opted to play them with bends on the G string. So to catch the major 7th, I play a whole step bend from fret 6. And then instinctively, with that bend held in place, I bend up a semitone higher to catch the root note E. So far, we've taken this and transformed it into this. We're playing the exact same notes with the same rhythmic values, but I think you'll agree that the version with the bends sounds a lot cooler. Now, this is where it gets tricky. The next note in our melody is B, which is quite a big jump in pitch from our bend on the G string, which is pitching the note E in this octave. And how I decided to play that B was to tap the G string with the bend held in place. And the process of me finding that note when the string is bent is literally to just tap the string, tap frets until I find the note that I'm looking for, which in this particular case is fret 11. The next note is D sharp, another major 7th, but an octave higher than the one we played at the start of the melody. Now, as far as I can tell, once I've tapped that bent G string, there are no other options available to me for playing that D sharp. All I can do is release the tap and the bend simultaneously and slide all the way from fret 6 to literally an octave higher at fret 18 and immediately bend up a tone to get that D sharp. So take a closer look at what my hands are doing there. I'm bending up a tone, then a semitone, tapping, releasing that, and then sliding all the way up to 18 and bending again. Then the last 2 notes in the melody are B and G sharp. Which I play by picking the bend that we just ended on and then immediately sliding down to fret 16 for the B, and then down to fret 11 for the G sharp. So let's put all of that together first by listening to the original melody without any of the tapping, bending, or sliding. And now this is what we have transformed it into with those creative techniques. Now, the reason I'm making this video is to hopefully inspire you guys to think outside the box when you're playing melodic solos. Think about ways in which you can combine techniques to transform basic melodic ideas into creative licks. Before I go, I'm going to show you another lick I played in the intro solo that has a similar combination of creative techniques. But first, I just want to take a quick minute to talk about my tone. I mentioned at the start that I'm using the Tone King Imperial Mark II plugin from Neural DSP. And the preset I made for the lead sound is called Roscoe's Lead, and it uses the lead channel of the amp paired with the Overdrive 1 pedal and some lush reverb in the post effects section of the plugin. And it sounds like this. For the rhythm track, I used my chorus rhythm preset, which of course uses the chorus pedal, the rhythm channel of the amp, the compressor, and some nice delay and reverb for a tight 80s soft rock inspired rhythm tone, which sounds like this. If you want these tones in your life, trust me, you will not be disappointed after trying them out for free via the links in the description box that allow you to download the presets that I just demonstrated and a trial of the plugin itself. All right, the other lick I want to show you was played towards the end of the solo. Let's listen to it again. Now, the bare bones version of that melody that doesn't use any of those fancy techniques sounds like this on its own. But is that how I played it? No, I incorporated the same sequence of techniques that I applied to the first melody. First, I bend the string, then I tap, then I release that and slide up into another bend. Then with that bend held in place, I'm then going to grip the B string, which is already going to be bent up, and I'm going to pick that and then release it. So, your homework is to write a short melodic phrase and then figure out a creative way of playing some of those notes with the use of creative techniques like tapping, bends, and slides. Hope that this was helpful. My name is Ross Campbell. If you're new here, please like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.